It's knockout week on MasterChef The Professionals. Last time, 3 more chefs were sent home. Now the strongest 10 are being split into 2 groups to compete outside the MasterChef kitchen for the first time.
Take a bit of elbow grease.
It's all systems go.
Before returning to fight for a place in the semi-finals.
I'm enjoying this.
There's been ups and there's definitely been some downs. Makes it fun, doesn't it?
The job's not done yet. It's definitely something that you need to be 100% invested in, and I am.
It means so much for me to be here at this stage of the competition. Let's do it. Let's cook again.
This competition is everything for our chefs now, and no one is ready to leave.
Our chefs have got to dial it up and take it to the edge. This is massive.
Pop-up restaurants have become one of the most popular innovations of the culinary world, with a vibrant mix of cuisines on offer from around the globe. The pop-up industry is responsible for some of the most exciting food trends in the UK. Tonight, Mark, Anthony, Ismail, Caroline, and Polly will be experiencing this vibrant food trend for themselves at Boxhall, a popular new dining venue in the heart of central London.
Welcome to the MasterChef pop-up restaurant. We are next to one of the biggest stations in Britain. Over 9 million people pass through here every single year. Imagine the amount of food that is served in an establishment like this.
You have the opportunity to create that one dish that will impress 25 of our guests that know the pop-up world better than anyone.
Chefs, this is about being creative, being brave, being bold, and showing them how good you are.
We are asking our guests to vote for their favourite dish. The chef with the most votes will go straight through to our semi-finals. Chefs, you've got 3 hours until service. Off you go.
Working in their own tightly packed kitchens, the contestants will have their work cut out to prepare their dish for today's menu.
It's a very different feeling, a pop-up restaurant. It's a new kitchen, different equipment. There is no time to waste.
In professional kitchen, you're used to having every gadget and gizmo for everything. That's why I don't do pop-up.
You've only got yourself to rely on, and having 24 covers coming to eat our dishes, we've got to get moving, get organised.
I've never done anything like this before, so it's going to be a lot of pressure today.
With pop-ups, you've got to innovate with your food. You've got to be stylish, you've got to be different, you've got to come up with something new.
They need to be able to push this dish out at volume with speed and still keep it delicious.
It's going to be a tough challenge. It's the first time that we are out of the MasterChef kitchen and also feeding quite a large amount of people, so there should be a big push.
Brazilian-born private chef Caroline has made her mark on the competition with her meticulous approach to ambitious classics.
Caroline,
Chef.
pop up. How are you feeling?
My dish is going to be a little bit tight, but as long as I get the prep going, it should be fine.
What are you making?
So I am making pastéis. It's like the Brazilian version of the empanadas, but they are deep fried.
So what fillings are you making?
So I'm making prawn filling with chili jam. That is more common in the north of Brazil. And the second one is braised ox cheek, which is more from the south of Brazil, which is my part of origin. And the third one is the cheese and guava, which I'm doing with goat cheese and guava puree.
So you're going to have to make 3 different parcels per portion
Yes.
of the pastels, and each one of those pastels has a dipping sauce. I mean, I'm excited but nervous. Possibly you are too.
Don't make me nervous, Chef. I need to make it. So I'm starting with the ox cheek, which is the element that takes longer. That will take about an hour on the pressure cooker.
Caroline, I have to say, I love the ambition, but she is just giving herself an absolute mountain of work to get through.
Ox cheek filling, ooh, and this time restraint, making sure that ox cheek is cooked in time is so vital. but in the pressurized cooker, it can dry out.
Okay, already got a boil.
With her ox cheek already pressure cooking, Caroline must now make enough dough for the 90 pastéis wrappers needed for service.
I have taken the old recipe from my grandmother, and according to her, the secret is to add alcohol to it so it fries and it puffs nicely. So I've used some cachaça on it. Cachaça is a traditional Brazilian spirit.
And what do you say about this recipe? Does it work like Grandma says?
I tested it yesterday, so it should work, I hope. Dough is looking nice. Now it just needs to rest.
My goal from the beginning was always to get to the pop-up round. So it feels amazing to be here and to be able to show off my food a little bit more in a pop-up setting.
Feeling more comfortable with the challenge is Mark, who's chef patron of his own American-style barbecue pop-up in Margate. He stood out with his impressive meat dishes and is aiming to use his butchery skills to shine again.
Mark,
Chef.
you must feel at home.
A little bit, yeah, definitely playing a little bit more to my strengths here in a pop-up. It's definitely a little bit more in my wheelhouse, I think.
I thought as much. What are you serving?
Today I'm serving a cold smoked whole hog sausage, Carolina mustard sauce, jalapeno cheese cornbread.
So a hot dog.
Not quite a hot dog. Let's not like drag it down too far. But
So the cornbread is the holder for the sausage?
no, the cornbread will just be like a nice like little wedge of cornbread on the side of the
Right.
dish. It's not like a hot dog in a bread or anything like that.
Carolina sauce.
This is a sauce that kind of predominantly is from the South Carolinas, where I've done a lot of work. So it's a mustard, honey, lots of vinegar in there, and it goes super well with pork.
You generally cook on your own. You're not going to be fazed by this, surely.
Maybe not phased, but the pressure is a little bit higher to prove myself and to show what I'm about.
Mark's first job is the all-important whole hog sausage meat.
I'm cutting up the shoulder, which is mainly there for flavor. I'm using belly, which will bring like a nice even fattiness, and then I'm bringing a little bit of heart to give a little minerality and a little bit of extra porky, offal flavor.
Mark is making the sausages from scratch within, well, basically 2.5 hours before he's got to think of serving. That sounds like a lot of work.
Key right now is getting the sausage working so there's much time to smoke and get as much flavor in as possible.
There's always going to be a risk that the meat inside the skin has got too much moisture and they could explode on cooking.
You slippery rat. There's just lots of steps to go wrong. But I mean, people make sausage for sort of like 20-something thousand years, so I'm not the one that's going to all of a sudden find the difficulty with it, you know? I think everyone's going home with a sausage today.
Having impressed so far with fusion dishes combining his Bangladeshi heritage and classic modern cuisine, 33-year-old head chef Ismail has decided to go with a dish he remembers as a child.
This is very popular street food in Bangladesh. I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to live in Dhaka for his business. And whenever he used to come visit us, me and my brother would ask him, can you just bring some takeaway? And me and my brother would wait until 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, just so as soon as he arrived, we're not going to even say hello to him. We just go grab the halim from his hand. And
Halim?
Halim, that's the name.
Oh, that's a wonderful story.
So halim is a Bangladeshi porridge cooked with a lot of lentils, different type of grain, toasted and grinded, and mixed together with mutton. I know when people are going to hear it porridge, they might think, oh, porridge. But then when they're going to have the first bite, they're going to see why I was waiting until 2 a.m.
Well, let's hope we're not waiting until 2 a.m. for this one.
Yes, chef.
Halim, he says, is a bit like a savory porridge made of different types of wheat and lentils, lots of spices like coriander, cumin, fenugreek, nutmeg, chili, and cloves in there.
It's about 16 spices going in there.
Ismail is then cooking mutton leg, again, more spices. And near the end, he will then fold in the halim to bind it together. This dish sounds like it needs to be slow cooked, especially something like mutton. So I hope it's going to be enough time to really get it nice and soft and just breaks down.
Hopefully, the mutton is going to be cooked on time, and that's my biggest risk. I'm a little bit worried, but let's see.
What can I get for you, madam?
Yeah.
I've got nothing but raw produce at the moment.
2 burger and chips, please. Hold the sauce on the side.
Chef.
27-year-old sous chef Anthony has shone so far, incorporating flavours from his Italian heritage, and has designed a technically challenging pop-up dish using the same inspiration.
So today is a tiramisu. It's a classic choux bun with a chocolate crackling on top. Inside is going to be a chocolate and coffee ganache, a mascarpone creme pat, and an amaretto gel.
Oh, wow. This is your first dessert in the competition.
Yeah, it is.
For 24 plus us.
Yes, maybe I haven't chosen the best day.
And this dessert's been inspired by your Italian heritage?
Well, yeah, definitely. But to be honest, just researching, sort of pop-up vendors and street food, you do see quite a lot of these hybrid desserts. I've seen a cruffin, halfway between a croissant and a muffin. So, yeah, I look at, two different things I could bring together, so it would be a little bit creative.
Anthony's making a tiramisu, and it's a take, it's a word twist. Putting the flavours of a tiramisu into the choux pastry is a great idea. We've got the choux bun, we've got mascarpone mousse, we've got a coffee ganache, and we've got amaretto gel as well. A lot of skill on show, a lot of different techniques. Anthony can't afford to make any mistakes on any area.
This is the choux pastry, so that's going to be going in the oven very, very shortly. I imagine you'll see my face pressed up against that oven door, praying that they rise nicely.
Former pro golfer and demi-chef de partie Polly's best work in the competition has been with dishes sparked by memories, and she's hoping that will help her today.
I've got a lot of bananas to prep today. 60 or 70 bananas today, easily.
What are you making?
I'm making my favourite dessert in the world, so I'm making banana fritters, banana ice cream, caramel sauce, salted peanuts. We used to have banana fritters when we used to go out to Chinese restaurants.
I remember those. Those
Yeah,
are like banana fritters and pineapple fritters at the end of a Chinese
Yeah.
banquet. Is that the idea?
That's the idea. 3 pieces of banana, 2 a normal fritter, which I'm gonna coat in a lime sugar, so it's still got something around it.
Right.
And then 1, I'm switching it up a bit, and I've got a banana fritter tongulu
What?
as well.
Tongulu?
Tongulu.
Tongulu, what's that?
So it's a Chinese street food. It's usually fruit on a stick.
Right.
And you coat it in a caramel, then straight into ice water. So you get this really thin, crunchy sugar on the outside. There's banana, banana, banana on this dish.
Polly's making banana fritters. Actually, it's bananas dipped in a batter and deep fried.
The batter is the main thing. It's got to be light, it's got to be crispy. It's got to just be that perfect consistency, really.
And on the dish also, we've got 2 different types of caramel. We've got a caramel that she's going to dip her bananas into. And then we've got another caramel, which is the butterscotch sauce. Caramel made, cream, and a touch of butter to finish it. And you've got to serve an ice cream as well. So you've got hot, crunchy, cold, and sauces all going together on the dish.
It's going to take a bit of elbow grease, but...
Sounds like a very sweet dessert. I hope there's a point of difference here somewhere.
I won't show you my guns, they won't fit on camera.
Chefs, 1 hour cooking time has gone.
Mark has made good progress with his dish's key component,
The sausage come together really nicely now.
but he's also promising an additional flavour profile that's achieved with a technique called cold smoking to impart flavour without cooking the meat.
Ideally, I'd be doing this all over live fire, over coals, but unfortunately, we're not allowed to use them here, so I'm just using a cold smoking gun to try and get that same kind of flavour.
That's the one flavour I think is really important, getting that sense that it's been cooked over fire, and that's the best bit. That is one smell, one flavour I want to experience.
Is that cold smoke going to be strong enough?
The dream is that it is strong enough, yeah.
Hoping his sausages will take on enough smokiness, his next crucial job is the cornbread side.
It's a huge popular thing in the States. It's like a very staple ingredient to have on dinner tables all over the place.
Mark's cornbread, he's making almost like a thick batter using a mix of flour and semolina, and then he's adding into it some jalapeno as well. And he's going to cook it in a thick cast iron pan.
It'll bake up like a nice, almost more cake-like than bread-like. Cornbreads are in.
With 3 types of pastés to make, Caroline is feeling the pressure.
I've given myself a lot of work.
The dough for her 90 parcels is resting,
Yes.
and her ox cheek is well underway. but she needs to get moving on a second technically challenging filling.
At least they are big prawns, so they don't take as long to peel. It goes so fast, the time.
She's peeled the prawns down, she's minced the prawn meat, and she's made a very concentrated prawn-style sauce. Then she's also then going to make a bechamel as well, which is a white sauce, then add the minced prawns as well. So the bechamel is going to be the binding agent for the prawn, which I think is a great idea, but what you don't want is the bechamel sauce to take over the flavour.
With so many components to make, she's also juggling several other elements.
There's goat cheese, thyme, a bit of salt, and that's it. It's very simple, very mild.
Caroline's biggest concern for me is time.
We have a chili jam dip, a salsa verde, as well as a guava dip.
She's got a lot of work to do.
Also feeling the pressure is Ismail, who's only just finished prepping the mutton to go with the halim porridge, which needs to cook low and slow.
You want that lovely gelatinous flavour coming out of the mutton. You don't want it to disappear. You don't want it to be dried.
It is a bit risky.
He can't take his eye off that mutton, because if he does, it'll reduce down too far and probably burn. Right, chefs, you're halfway. Half of your cooking time is now gone.
Yes, chef.
Oui, chef.
Oh, there we go.
Also up against it is Anthony, who is yet to get his all-important choux pastry buns for his tiramisu dish in the oven.
To be honest, as soon as these choux buns are in, I'll breathe. Until then, it's all systems go.
Anthony's making a crackling to go on the choux, and that's like a marble effect that you can see there. It's a mix of flour, butter, and some sugar.
So I'm just cutting out my crackling little discs to go on top of the choux bun.
The crackling needs to be rolled out nice and thin, because too much of it will add weight to the choux pastry and actually can stop it from rising too much.
They need to go in ASAP, really.
Making better progress is Polly. The sliced bananas are ready to freeze for her ice cream.
It's going to be blitzed up with maple syrup, some cream, and it just creates a really nice velvety texture, frozen bananas for some reason, so yeah.
She's now half deep frying the 50 banana fritters.
Just speeds up the service, makes my life a lot easier. Because what will happen now, they'll kind of aerate a bit, they'll lose their crispiness. But literally a couple of seconds in the fryer, boom, they're exactly the same, good to go. I'm gonna have a good old count after. Make sure I'm not one short.
With the fritters ready to deep fry during service, Polly can turn her attention to the caramel for her fritter with a twist.
I'm worried about this tongulu. That's where it can go wrong.
Got a caramel that she's going to dip her bananas into.
This needs to get super, super hot, about 150 degrees.
Colour is really important, that she gets that just right. You don't want it too dark, because then it will go bitter.
Just testing one. You can see it's not quite, it's still chewy. Sugar's not hot enough.
There's just 1 hour to go. With the use of only one oven, Mark's cornbreads must finish baking before he can cook the sausages.
You're going to have to get those sausages in the oven sometime soon.
Yeah, absolutely. The second the cornbreads are done, then the sausages are going to go straight in.
OK.
Meanwhile, he's working his way through his extensive prep list.
It's all starting to come together.
We've got a huge amount of detail in Mark's cookery. The Carolina sauce, he's creating flavours here of good American barbecue. Brown sugar, honey, mustard, paprika. Love these ingredients. These are the flavours for the Carolina sauce. So lots of interesting points.
Hot skillets, hot skillets, please. They come out perfectly, nice colour, nice bubbling around the edges. Exactly what I was looking for.
Sausages are in.
Sausages are in.
Nice.
With time ticking, Caroline's starting to panic.
This is where I gotta pick up the speed, really.
Her 3 different fillings are made,
I'm just never happy about my time.
but they need to cool before she can assemble the 90 pastés she needs for service.
I'm starting with the goat cheese because they are cooler. I normally like to work a little bit tidier, but today priorities are different.
This is going to be about the volume of these little pasties, these little parcels that she's going to have to make. That's all about production. And production is something that Caroline, at this size, I'm sure is not quite used to.
I don't know why I do this to myself. I just hope they taste good and I can finish on time.
There's also making sure that it's all sealed through so that it doesn't leak out. I hope she gets it done.
I know they look a bit ugly now, but once you fry them, they'll look nicer.
Ismail's Halim porridge is ready, but he needs to combine it with the mutton, the other key element to complete the dish.
If it's not melting in your mouth, it's not going to be great, so that's my biggest challenge.
Let's hope for the mutton leg to cook on time.
Yes, chef.
He's been so focused on the mutton, he's only just starting the 4 different toppings.
We have a bit of salad and cucumber going on top for a bit of texture, a little bit of freshness, a bit of sweetness from red onions as well.
It's balanced between spice and a bit tanginess, a bit of crunch, everything you want in a street food, really.
Also running behind is Anthony.
I hate pastry. I don't know why I've done this to myself. I hate it.
His tiramisu buns have only just made it to the oven.
I'm back and forth a little bit, just keeping a weary eye on them. It's just a nervy wait now. I'm sure I'll be back to check on them in about 30 seconds again.
To add to the pressure, he has 3 technically challenging tiramisu flavour elements to get right that would be piped inside.
The most important thing is that you get the flavours of tiramisu, cocoa, chocolate, coffee, and of course the amaretto gel just to finish it off.
That's ready to go. It's literally just amaretto that's been set into a fluid gel.
Polly is still waiting for the caramel for her banana tangulu fritters to reach exactly 150 degrees.
If this goes wrong, then I've got to start again, and it's easy another half an hour. So it's fingers crossed that this works. We're over 150, so.
Leaving the caramel on the heat, it's a race to coat 50 fritters before it burns.
I can't even fix it if it goes wrong. It's just a start again type thing.
The MasterChef Pop-Up's 22 invited guests have started to arrive. Made up of some of the UK's top chefs and pop-up entrepreneurs.
I'm the founder of Humble Crumble, which is the world's first crumble bakery. To be able to create a successful pop-up, you need to make sure that it's simple to run effectively. Do your one thing and do it really, really well.
We saw a gap in the street food scene where no one was really selling dumplings, and we decided to give it a go.
So I think the contestants have a really tough job today. They're cooking in a kitchen that they've probably never cooked in before, and have to create a pop-up menu that's going to be good enough to attract people and to like it.
Standing out in London is very difficult. Our sort of USP, how we've sort of survived this long, has always been the quality of the ingredients and just providing the best burger we can possibly make. Popping up in sort of a new kitchen they've never worked for sort of comes with its own challenges. Obviously, they've got to first manoeuvre their way around the kitchen, know where everything is. It's not going to be easy.
So the business started about 5 years ago. We've been doing pop-ups. More recently, we've taken on this residency inside the pub, and it's central London's only Cambodian restaurant. I'd say don't make anything too fancy. We just want to see impactful, flavourful food.
It's almost time for service, and all 5 chefs are racing against the clock to get their final jobs done.
Boys and girls, let's get ready to rumble.
Mark, you've got about 15 minutes, and as you can see, your guests have just arrived.
Absolutely.
How long have the sausages got left to cook?
10-15 minutes.
Everything else, so your sauces and garnish is all good to go?
I think so, yeah. I'm going to finish my pickle salad and then just fuss over my sausages.
OK.
While Mark's on track, Caroline is nowhere near ready and is still assembling her 90 pastéis.
I'm doing the prawn now, and then I have the ox cheek still to do. Still a bit to go, but I need to do it. I've only got a few minutes to finish, so I haven't got a big window here.
She will then have the challenge of deep frying them all to order.
My message for Caroline is she's got a huge amount of work to get through. She's going to have a lot of stress on her hands.
I wish I had more time to work on the flavour. I need 15 minutes to wrap these ones, and then I'm done.
While Caroline struggles, Ismail is back on track.
The thing I was worried about, mutton not being cooked on time. I think it's nice and tender.
And he's ready to combine the halim porridge with the meat.
I think I'm in control, but I wouldn't know until I serve the food and send it away. You never know, something might come up.
My prayers have paid off. So I've had my face pressed up to the glass for about the last 10 minutes. Here's the timer now. Yeah, happy with them. Ready and raring to go. Shut up.
On the second dessert, Polly's hit a problem with the frozen bananas for her ice cream.
They're not really frozen, but I have ice. So I'm going to try to bring the temperature down with that. Why do I decide to do ice cream?
She quickly blitzes the bananas with cream and maple syrup.
Keep them in the freezer as long as possible. If it doesn't freeze, I'm just going to call it banana cream.
Mark, you're first one up, OK?
Yes, chef.
Are you going to be ready?
Oh, yeah.
Cold smoked whole hog sausage, cornbread, jalapeno butter. I think I'd really like this.
They're looking good, nice and cooked, ready to go.
Very interested by the idea of a whole hog sausage.
How's your sausages?
They've come out OK, not as smoky as I would have liked, but under the circumstances, the best I could do.
Carolina mustard, sounds great. Sausage and mustard, classic.
Is this your Carolina sauce?
Carolina sauce.
Is the idea that you pour this over the sausage?
Yeah, you can dip the sausage in.
So hopefully the cornbread's quite moist, not too dense, and hopefully goes well with the butter.
Come on, Mark, get a move on, because we want to try this.
You just read my mind. Hurry up, Mark.
Yes, chef.
The pickled cucumber salad, that's going to be interesting to see how it works with the sausage.
Right, Mark, the waiting staff are here, waiting for you.
Service, please. Plowing through.
Finish line is in sight, you're doing well. You can do it.
Service, please.
That doesn't half look good.
I hope it tastes just as good as it looks.
Let's go. Thank you very much.
Very happy with how everything came out. I just really hope that it lives up to the expectation of the standards of what the guests are expecting today.
I think this looks great. It looks like a real tiny southern barbecue platter.
Everything is really delicious, and I definitely want to be having more of these sausages.
The sausage was good. I would have liked it to be a bit more fatty, and it didn't taste too smoked, but I enjoyed it.
The whole hog sausage is kind of headlined here, and it was very nice, but the cornbread is outstanding.
The Carolina mustard sauce was vinegary, cut through the fat of the sausage really nicely.
The sausage is fabulous. I love the texture of it, touch of smokiness. Wow.
The cornbread, so much flavour. The Carolina sauce got a little bit of haze, but sharp and sweetness in it. This is delicious.
It's Caroline's turn to serve.
Next, we've got Caroline with a trio of pasties. Not had those before, so I'm looking forward to that.
Will you fry them all off and then just gently reheat them if you need to?
Chef, I would rather fry fresh. They don't hold as nice.
OK.
Having chosen to deep fry her pastés to order, she's right against the wire for time.
Prawn and chili jam. You have to make sure those prawns are perfectly cooked and springy and moist. Braised ox cheek, if you haven't got enough time to cook it, that'll be tough as old boots, so fingers crossed.
I think the zinginess and the herbiness from the salsa verde will work really well with the braised ox cheek.
I think the cheese and guava one sounds interesting. I've only ever had guava as a fruit on its own, never with cheese, so I'll look forward to seeing how that tastes.
It's quite clear to see, Caroline, that there's quite a lot of work to do here.
Indeed, Chef.
In the last minute.
It's a lot going on for one dish. That's going to be quite challenging, quite tricky to put together, but looks absolutely delicious.
Need to really get a move on. We're starting to hold up service now.
Yes, Chef. Not good.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
For Chef, for Chef. Service.
Oof, done.
Do you get the feeling that you gave yourself a little bit too much to do there?
I did, Chef. Hopefully it tastes okay.
That's the key.
It was very intense, but it was fun. Maybe next time with a little bit less elements.
I really like the prawn and the chili jam dip one. The pastry was really nice colour and nice crunch. Yeah.
The chili jam, I like that. I really enjoyed it out of all the sauces.
I think the ox cheek is soft, but I think we've lost some of the juice. Compared to the other three, this one's probably the driest one out of them all.
But I really liked the cheese one because I like the hot cheese and then the guava. It's a really nice balance.
All three sauces are delicious. All three little parcels have got interest, they've got shape. They're not perfect, but I'm enjoying it.
My ox cheek is actually quite dry, but the salsa verde with it is wonderful. These are flavors of Brazil that Caroline wanted to highlight, and that's exactly what she's done.
It's time for Ismail's mutton halim savoury porridge to face the dining room.
This sounds like a standout dish for me.
Is that the whole dish?
Yes, chef.
Everything goes on top of it?
Everything goes on top of it.
OK.
Savoury porridge is part of my culture. I'm Cambodian, but I've never seen a Bangladeshi crossover. So I'm excited to see how this plays out.
Are these the traditional toppings that you would get with the halim?
That's exactly how they serve.
With all the textures on the top?
That's correct.
My goodness, that looks fantastic.
The cucumber and onion salad is probably going to provide a little bit of respite from any spice, so very interesting.
I don't think I've ever actually tried a savoury porridge before, so I think this would be really different.
What do you think Dad would think of this?
I think he'll be very proud.
Yeah?
Obviously, you want that big flavour from the mutton, hopefully with loads of exciting spices. I'm excited to see how that's going to work with the porridge.
If your dad was here today and you served him this, would he recognise the flavours of home?
As soon as he take the first bite, he would know.
Oh, what just happened there?
I would just rush it and I just knocked it over, chef.
For me, if the mutton is nice and tender, I'm a happy guy.
Service, please.
This looks absolutely beautiful, and it smells amazing too.
The chances of being the dish of the day, I think is quite high, but I'm competing with a lot of great chefs here, so let's see, hope for the best.
That's something I would buy.
I never had porridge curry sauce before, but it's got a nice, good balance to it.
The mutton's cooked beautifully, nice and tender. Sometimes mutton can be quite dry, but it's really soft.
You have different textures and different flavors, but it's well balanced. I quite like it.
I would eat that all day long, 10 out of 10.
The halim itself has got a texture. The lentils, the rice in there, it's all broken down, so it's giving it body. I'd wait up 2 in the morning for that.
I love the flavour of the mutton. I love the spice mix coming through it. That's knockout.
It's time for the desserts to be served, and Anthony's up first.
Anthony's doing a tiramisu. I think he's really tapped into what street food is all about, the kind of portmanteau of two dishes together.
Choux are notoriously difficult to get right, so it needs to be baked really, really well.
What's going in first?
The coffee and chocolate ganache, followed by the mascarpone creme pat, and then just finish with a little bit of amaretto gel.
It's going to be quite interesting to see a new tiramisu concept.
It's tricky, there's nowhere to hide. Everyone knows what a good choux bun should taste like. Everyone's got a favourite tiramisu.
If they vote this to be the winning dish, you see this being your trademark?
To be honest, chef, I never want to make these again. Service, please. Feels good to get it done. Everything crossed for those votes, yeah, 100%. See if they're enjoying them.
I've eaten that in about 3 seconds.
It was a really, really good choux bun. It was well baked, and the crackling on top was really nice.
If I had a criticism, probably not enough coffee flavour. If you hadn't told me it was tiramisu, I wouldn't have got that, but it was delicious, so who cares?
The mousse is very smooth, the ganache is smooth, it's well executed.
You can taste the amaretto gel, that's quite rich as well, so I think it's a well thought of dish.
The choux paste is beautifully cooked. I like the crackling on top. I like the hint of coffee. It's really well done.
It is delicious.
Last up to serve is Polly.
Polly, you've got the banana fritters already deep fried off.
Yep.
Do they go back in the fryer?
Yeah.
The banana fritters themselves, I want them to be quite light in the batter, not too thick.
2 each. 3?
You're not on a diet, are you?
Wow, no, I'm not.
You're fine then.
Caramel tanghulu is going to be, I think, the element that's quite tricky because it needs to stay crunchy on the outside.
So this is your toffee sauce?
Yeah, kind of like butterscotch sauce.
Yeah.
Sounds very banana-y, so I'm struggling to see exactly where the balance is coming from.
Ah, so you put the ice cream into little pots. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's just a little bit easier for me.
Problem with fritters of any sort, making sure they're all hot and fresh and crispy and served at the same time, that's a lot harder than it looks.
OK, service, please. I'm filthy, but that was fun. All in all, I mean, out of what could have gone wrong, I'm very happy. Yeah, nothing went that wrong.
The banana fritters I loved, and the dip, I'm all for that.
The tangulu was really, really good. Nice, crispy caramel. Unfortunately, I think the ice cream didn't have great texture.
I think unless you're a banana addict, I feel it was a bit too much for the palate, as there is quite a lot of banana in it, so yeah.
Everything is the flavours of bananas, but it needs a point of difference.
I find this very sweet. I do like the crunch of the banana on the stick. The caramel's very nice. Polly has put a lot of work into this.
Good start to knockout week. A bit of struggle for some, but I think overall, I'm really impressed they all delivered it.
Was very intense. I think I have packed a bit too much to do. I think I might be cooking again on the next challenge, I think.
It has been a long day today, but because the food was the way I wanted, I was really happy.
It was really fun doing the pop-up today. I've never done anything like this before, so I hope I stood out to the guests.
It's been a pretty wild day, to be fair. I wouldn't dare try and place any bets on who's going to get that golden ticket straight through to the semi-finals.
I really want to be at the top for the vote. To do well in this round would mean the world to me.
We've eaten well. I can't wait to find out which dish our guests have chosen as their favourite. Who's going to go straight through to the semi-finals?
Hey!
Chefs, welcome back. I hear you did sterling stuff at the MasterChef pop-up. So well done, everyone.
We've counted up the votes, and the chef that is going straight through to our semi-finals is... Ismail.
Ismail, congratulations. We love the mutton halim dish, and clearly our guests did too. See you in our semi-finals. Off you go.
Well done.
Being a semi-finalist, wow, it feels incredible. I hope the chefs don't hate me.
Right, you four chefs, you now have a great opportunity to stay in this competition. We want you to cook for us a family favorite, a dish that has a lot of meaning to you. It can be sweet, it can be savory. It is completely down to you, chefs. What it has to be is good enough to keep you in this competition. At the end of this cook-off, one of you will be leaving us. 1 hour and 45 minutes to cook yourself into our semi-finals. Off you go and good luck.
Huge amount of pressure on with the placing the semi-finals up for grabs. There's a lot to play for. The dish I'm cooking today is going to be a dan dan noodles, a really traditional Szechuan dish. It's a very broad way of cooking warm broth, chicken or pork with noodles with some pickled mustard greens on the side.
What is this dish?
Hand-cut egg noodles with a soy-cured egg yolk, crispy fried spiced chicken mince, pickled bok choy greens, and then a beautiful semi-clarified chicken dashi.
What's inspired your dish?
This basically came from myself and my wife being very early in lockdown, having very little to do. Found this recipe for what sounded like quite an involved noodle dish, but because of the restrictions on shopping and they couldn't get certain ingredients, it kind of became a bit of a grab bag larder situation of whatever I had.
Right. And this is something you just knock up at home if you've had a bad week?
Maybe not quite to this level. Close.
Mark's cooking an Asian-style dish and, of course, cooking everything from scratch, even the noodles.
Welcome to Noodle Town, USA. Yeah.
Mark is making a broth with Korean chili flakes. We've got other spices, we've got Szechuan as well as mirin, and he's clarifying it with some chicken mince.
Oh yeah, delicious.
So the noodle element sounds like it could be straightforward, but it really isn't.
Next time, can I get a shakier table, please?
He's doing them in such a way that they're going to have bites, because if they sit in that hot broth too long, they're just going to kind of carry on cooking, and you won't have that bite. He's got to get that balance just right.
soy-cured egg yolk sounds delicious. That should just break on top and add a bit of body to the broth that Mark is making.
Having my name as a semi-finalist would be just, amazing. And I think it's a milestone for you as a chef. It really means a lot. To go through would be awesome.
Caroline, tell me, what's the inspiration behind your dish?
It's not a family favorite dish per se, but it's things that I remember growing up as a child. So my grandmother used to live in the countryside, and we used to normally go to her house for Sunday lunch, and she would slowly cook meats in the wooden oven. And lamb was something that was not for every day, it was something special.
Okay.
Caroline's given us a bit of a taste of her childhood in Brazil. So countryside in Brazil, you expect beef, but no, we're doing lamb because lamb is more of a premium.
She's basically taken the loins of the lamb from the saddle, she's removed the bones, and she's just left a small amount of fat on top. She needs to make sure that it's good, because if you don't, it'll tighten up and the lamb will become very tough.
Caroline's making potato cannelloni, so it's a thin strip of potato, which she's going to wrap around a tube to cook and then fill it with braised lamb neck. The braised lamb neck needs to have enough of that cooking juice reduced down to bind it with. You do not want this to be dry. She's also got carrot puree, which will bring some sweetness, artichokes, which is braising, pickled carrots, goat's curd. There is a lot going on. And sometimes with Caroline, I do question if it's necessary to have so many elements going on in a dish.
You've got some, is that ricotta behind you?
It's actually goat's curd.
Goat's curd.
I am smoking it with hay, because hay really reminds me as well of this countryside, the smells. With this dish, it's memory, it's something that you do from your heart. I would really like them to taste the flavors that I remember. I don't think this is working.
Chefs, you are just over halfway through.
Cooking from the heart definitely makes a difference. When you are cooking food from something that has a bit of meaning behind it, it generally shows in the dish.
What's inspired your dish today?
When I was at school, my mum was my head teacher, and this is a school pudding, which I'd always have, and my mum loved it so much, she nicked the recipe, and we've grown up with it ever since.
So to stay in this competition, you're making school dinners?
School dinner, yeah.
So what makes it so special?
So the dish at school was a ginger and pear cake, which you poured hot custard over, but I've made it a bit more fancier. So the dish is a sticky ginger cake with custard, a whiskey poached pear. We've also got pear inside the cake. And then, because there's so much flavour in this poaching liquid, I'm gonna make a little glaze from it on top of the cake. Then you pour the hot custard over and it melts in.
So Polly is giving us her old school dinner cake, which I love. So we've got that pear and ginger cake. You want that heat and that spiciness of that ginger, so that needs to be there.
The dessert, I think it's a bit trickier, but I'm excited to cook this for them, so.
The texture has to be soft and delicate. It's not a dry cake we're looking for, it's a moist cake. Polly is reducing her pear poaching liquid, which has got all of the flavours of a very classic whiskey cocktail. But she needs to be really, really careful about the sweetness of that, because the more you reduce it, the sweeter and sweeter it's going to be.
Cake should be just a part of a beautiful dessert. It can't be the focus. It needs to be more to bring this dessert together. I hope Polly has got that in the bag.
Cooking something that I used to eat in the school canteen for a place in the semi-finals. It sounds a bit ridiculous, but I promise you it's brilliant. Like, it's really good.
Ready and raring to go. Definitely not ready to call it a day just yet.
Right, Anthony, what's the inspiration behind this dish that you're cooking today?
So this dish is called Nanny Rita's packet trifle. So we're a big family, and no matter the occasion, Christmas, Easter, you can guarantee Nanny Rita's rocking up with a packet trifle.
Was it good?
Nostalgia-wise, goes a long way. But, unfortunately, Nan passed away about this time last year, actually.
Okay.
So I turned to my girlfriend when we were sat at home and a family gathering was coming up. We're going to be without a trifle. And she sort of escorted me to the kitchen cupboard and showed me the packet she'd bought so we could sort of fulfil the compulsory trifle. But lo and behold, fast forward to the day of, and 4 or 5 of us had the exact same idea. And so we were drowning in trifles on the day.
Thankfully from Anthony, we're not getting a packet trifle. We're getting inspiration from Nanny Rita's trifle. which is basically strawberries and elderflower in the form of a jelly. We've got an egg custard, which is lightly whipped. We've got sablé biscuits, and we've got chantilly and a strawberry sorbet just to sit on the side. I want the layers, I want the jelly perfectly set. You want the sablé biscuits crumbly.
This dish means an awful lot to me. It really, really does. And to my whole family, I know for a fact, as soon as I said Danny Rita's trifle, my mum's crying.
Everyone's got somebody in their family who makes the trifle. For me, it's my sister-in-law, and I absolutely love it. Trifles can be good, or they can be amazing, and he's got to hit that top note.
So this is the whipped custard. It's the finished product, ready to go. Just getting that bagged up and a bit closer to building the actual trifles. Everything else is setting, churning, doing what it needs to do.
Going through his chantilly cream, he's got long peppers, quite floral, not as sort of heavy and sort of in your face as black pepper.
I like the sound of the pepper through the chantilly, but it has to be enough to make a difference. The strawberry sorbet has also got some star anise running through it. That with the pepper and the chantilly is a nice twist on Nanny Rita's trifle.
Still not cold?
1 minute.
1 minute more?
Yes, chef.
You are taking this to the wire, chef.
Warm sablé on jelly.
I just thought a nice, contrasting temperature with the warm sablé and the cold jelly, chef, might work really nicely.
Chefs, you've got 12 minutes to bring your family favourites together.
Oui.
You gonna be ready, Mark?
Yes, chef.
Caroline, you're doing a lot of running around at the moment. Are you
Yes.
a little bit behind?
No, I am. I think I'll be on time.
Yeah?
It's just the finishing, chef.
But it's all last minute, is it?
Yeah, sorry, chef.
Biscuits are still hot.
Don't quite know how much longer, about 10 minutes to plate, so that's what I wanted.
I think you've got like 7.
That's okay. That's fine.
I was gonna say, get easy. Sorry, chef. Chefs, 3 minutes left.
Here, chef.
Quick and get them in the fridge. Oh, no. Hot biscuit sandwich. Quickly, get that in the glass chiller.
Amazing. Great.
I'm getting all sticky.
Little crispy additions. I think we've got away with it, just.
Chefs, your time is up. Down tools, please.
Mark's family favourite is inspired by a Dan Dan noodle dish he discovered during lockdown. Hand-cut noodles served with crispy Szechuan chicken mince, pickled bok choy, spring onions, soy-cured egg yolk, a chicken dashi broth, and crispy nori seaweed on the side.
Mark, I'm absolutely loving that broth. I mean, the depth of flavour in there, it's quite something. Deep, it's rich, it's satisfying. It's like a very modern take on a really good chicken soup.
From the fresh noodles to the broth, it's absolutely fabulous. It packs a lot of flavour, a lot of punch. The broth has got all the right notes in it. The Szechuan pepper is there. I love the little crispy chicken that's sort of slightly crunchy and mellows out. It's a beautifully tasty plate of food. Really is. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The texture of the noodles, it's got the elasticity that it can take the broth with it. I really like that. The soy egg yolk here has got a dense thickness, almost like mayonnaise. And enjoying the little crunchy seaweed cracker on the side here. Impressive. It's a dish inspired by what you enjoy eating at home. It's a family favourite, and I really think you've brought that to the table. I'm enjoying this.
Thank you so much. It's normally just a big bowl of noodles that we eat on the couch watching a movie with our cat. Jeepers. So that kind of feedback is mind-blowing.
Caroline, come on up.
Inspired by her grandmother's cooking in the countryside of Brazil, Caroline has pan-roasted lamb loin and served it with a potato cannelloni stuffed with braised lamb neck, and a thyme, cumin spiced carrot puree, braised artichoke, hay-smoked goat's curd with chervil oil, and a rosemary-infused lamb jus.
My lamb was beautifully cooked. Artichoke, I like a little bit of the pickling that's running through it. Carrot puree, it's lovely, it's got its sweetness. And the sauce is good.
The loin itself, it's nice. Kale is beautiful. Your carrots on top, they're crunchy, they're pickly. Very, very nice. Well done.
The whole story is on this plate. The element of the farm and the hay, and that's given us that smoky taste within the goat's curd. I do like the braised lamb's neck inside that potato cannelloni. It's nicely braised. Overall, this is a delicious plate of food. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much. I feel at peace with myself. I'm happy they like the execution. There's nothing else I can do. Let's just wait. So hopefully it works.
Polly, come on up.
Polly's family favourite is her take on an old-school dinner recipe. Pear and ginger cake with bourbon and poached pear, stemmed ginger crumble, candied nuts and orange, and bourbon gel, served with caramel sauce and creme anglaise.
The ginger pear cake, you've cooked them individually. I like to have it dried out. But the cake has been covered by the reduced poaching liquid. I just find it's just making it really sweet.
I think everything here is executed very, very well. The overriding flavour is sugar. It's very sweet. You want that real kind of pepperiness, you know, of that ginger, and I'm not really getting that. Otherwise, I think it would have been really nice.
I love the pear, beautifully cooked. The custard is well made, the cake is well made, the caramel sauce is beautifully made. There's a lot about this dish I actually do like, just a touch heavy on the sugar.
Thank you. Yeah, a bit deflated, I suppose. I just over-sweetened everything. But, yeah, we'll just see. We'll see.
Anthony has created a dessert inspired by one of his family's most iconic dishes, Nanny Rita's packet trifle, a layered trifle of strawberry and elderflower jelly, whipped egg custard, and sablé biscuit, topped with long pepper chantilly cream and a strawberry and star anise sorbet.
Trifle is made in many different ways, up and down the country. All families have their own different styles. But there's one thing about a trifle that is mirrored across everybody's trifle, is you've got to get from the top to the bottom with your spoon, and you've got to get a little bit of everything, and you get that layer upon layer. You can't do that with this. The sablé is too hard. It's overcooked, it's not crumbling, so it's preventing from getting to the bottom. You've got to crack your way and knock your way through it. I'm enjoying the flavours, but it's not working as a dessert for me.
The sorbet, very, very punchy strawberry taste. Do like that a lot. I like the whipped custard, and I'm getting all those hits of strawberry without overpoweringly sweetness.
The chantilly with the long pepper, it's not there, it's not evident. I wanted to taste more of the star anise as well. It's nice, but I think you could have taken this to wow.
It wasn't ideal, to be honest. I think I've left myself a few too many things, sort of, that I had to do very late on. And yeah, the dish suffered for it.
Big decision. This is for a place in the semi-finals. A lot to take into consideration. I think there's one chef that's really stood out of the four today, and that is Mark.
His understanding of flavours is really, really something. I mean, that depth of flavour that he had in that broth, the clarification of it.
I agree. I think Mark was the standout chef today. The crispy chicken that had all of the flavours of the chilies and the sour notes running through it. Great dish.
So that's Mark through to our semi-finals.
Caroline, lamb was very nicely cooked. Sauce was delicious.
The crispy cannelloni was delicious. The puree was good.
I loved the smokiness in that goat's curd. I thought it was good. I liked it.
That leaves us with Polly and Anthony to discuss. Polly gave us the dessert, the ginger cake, wonderful texture, but the syrup over the top, just really sweet.
I thought the custard was beautifully made. The pear, beautifully cooked. It hadn't discoloured. I liked everything about her dessert today. It's just slightly too much sugar.
It was too sweet. We all agreed on that. Anthony's trifle, I really enjoyed the jelly and the elderflower elements. I loved the whipped custard, and especially the sorbet.
It was nice, but I wanted more of the star anise and possibly the black pepper to make a difference.
For me, the sablé didn't work. You couldn't get through it. It was overcooked, and so they were too crunchy. Loved the idea, but it just wasn't quite working.
Sadly, one of these chefs has to leave us. But who's it going to be?
We all just, you know, went in there and did our absolute best, and I don't want to be done yet.
I'm sort of preparing myself for the worst, but yeah, I can always hold out hope.
Chefs, well done on today. We know what this competition means for you. At this stage of the game, it's really tough to say goodbye to any of you, but we have made that decision.
The chef leaving the competition is Anthony. Anthony, you've had a great journey in the MasterChef competition. You should be incredibly proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks, Anthony.
Hold on.
This is a tough one to take, but I've really enjoyed the whole experience. It's been incredibly positive. It's something I can be proud of, definitely. Just need to get over it a little bit.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Well done. Well done.
Becoming a semi-finalist means a lot. I am very proud. It's a good moment. I feel good about it.
Well done.
It's one of the biggest highlights of my career so far. I'm very excited to see where it all goes from here.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
Semi-finals.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Well done.
I'm just going to come all guns blazing the next round and hopefully show them that they did make the right choice. I will show them that they made the right choice.
Next time, Knockout Week continues, and the second group of 5 chefs will compete out of the MasterChef kitchen for the first time.
Right, chefs, start clearing down and getting ready for service, OK? Your customers are hungry.
Before returning to fight for their place in the semi-finals.
It shines a light on using the simplest of ingredients. I think it's delicious.